In one of these movies, you could see some puppet push. You don't know.
See? And I feel like that's how it. I feel like that's exactly how the conversation started. Is James saying something like
It
that?
is. That is how it started.
And then
100%.
Then the photo evidence came in.
Yep.
Yes. And then he started drinking more and more. James, keep drinking, by the way. Don't forget to take the shot.
Straight from the bottle.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Keep drinking, James.
I'm drinking. I got it.
We need you. We definitely need you for next Saturday. Don't drop the ball.
Yeah, don't drop them balls.
I'll pregame.
Ball
Get a
dropping
good
can be
buzz
a
going.
beautiful thing.
Ball dropping is a beautiful thing. Well, ready for Kingdom?
Kingdom of Heaven.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Okay, everybody.
Absolutely.
Orlando Bloomin' Onion.
Cheesy.
Bloomin' Onion.
The blooming.
Fuck. I'm so cheesy like that.
I want a bloomin'
I'm going to give this. I liked it. I really liked it. I thought it was well done. I'm going to give it a 9.
Ooh.
I really enjoyed this movie.
Can't let both the whites go first.
I like shit like this.
Okay, so this is an interesting story because when this movie came out, they released a version that was half an hour shorter, and it was fucking terrible. It was fucking terrible.
I thought it was more than a half hour shorter.
It was 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now the actual the cut there's another cut that has like an overture and an intermission which makes it longer, but the movie itself is like 3 hours basically. So that movie was kind of bad, and then the director's cut came out on video, and it was like, holy shit, this movie is like really fucking good. And I think that this film, if you contrast the theatrical version and the director's cut version, I would argue that this is maybe the biggest jump in increase in quality of any film. I think there's some other one, like the Blade Runner director's cut is one that's a lot better. I'm trying to think. There's a couple other ones, but I think that the difference, this film is so fucking good with the director's cut, and they just and it's really interesting because then you start to understand that like changing small things in a story makes a big difference. This film is so good, and like the other thing too is the way that this handles religion, and the fact that this came out in 2005 at a time when there was more of this overt conflict between, Muslims and the Christian world at large. I just thought that it's so great because the way that they treat these Muslim characters, it's really sad to say, but I think this film has so many of the best Muslim characters depicted in a Hollywood film. Like within basically since 9/11. That's really fucking sad, but I think that's true. The character Salah-ad-Din in this fucking movie is probably the best Muslim character depicted in a Hollywood film since 9/11.
Wow.
That's very sad to say. I think that is true. The character is so good. I mean, just so amazing. Like I could go on and on and on about this film. I like this film a lot. I'll try and kind of elucidate some of my thoughts about this film, but watching this again, there was just so much more. The way that they contrast the two religions, the way they talk about how similar they are. Like basically the whole kind of thematic conceit of this film is when Balian gives a speech, like when they're about to defend Jerusalem, and he says, everyone, Christian, Muslim, Jew, has a right to lay claim to this holy land. And the dude's like, that's blasphemy. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. And another one of my favorite, just to get real quick, another one of my favorite moments is like that guy, the bishop, who's a fucking snake. Like when the Muslims are coming, they're like, oh, we should all just convert and then God will forgive us.
And then repent later.
Yeah, repent later. And Balian's like, yeah, you've taught me a lot about religion by being with you, you fucking snake asshole. So there's just so much about this film that I think sort of, it's really just an allegory for our time and like what the sort of interfaith dialogue should be and could be. Because this is a time period where the Muslims were sort of on an ascent and they were kind of reclaiming
the Holy Land.
We're just reclaiming themselves like as a populace. That's really what it represented. And dude, like the other thing too is there's some great villains in this movie. Guy de Lucien is a fucking piece of shit. Yeah, and Rainn de Chatillon, oh my god, this dude is just so hateable. He's so fucking hateable like the whole time. And when he dies, his death is perfection. It is so fucking sweet. So for now, I think I'm gonna give it a 9.5. It's very close to a 10. It might be a 10 at the end of this discussion, but for me, this film is so, and I got so much more out of this film. Just like everything about, and also just like the way that they depict the Muslims, like the fact that they pray before the battle, the fact that the dude, just like the way that we see the religion. We never see the Muslim religion depicted in the way that it's depicted in this film. It's depicted positively. We see that it's a part of the culture, not in a toxic way. Mm-hmm. Usually when we see it in media, it's like, oh, the dude says Allah Akbar, so he's gonna fucking kill you. Mm-hmm. They're saying Allah Akbar, and they're like basically getting revenge because these psychopathic Christians decided to go and kill a bunch of people. It's a war of sort of self-defense, really. Mm. So again, I'll probably say a lot more. So that's my rating, 9.5.
Well,
do we still have time?
I'm not going to articulate it as well as he did, but I'm giving this shit a 9.
Nice.
I'm with the 9 as well. That does a great job. If you're into the Holy War, if you're into any type of context of history and, you know, motherland or any type of history research that you've ever done about, you know, the final temple or the unfinished temple or anything of that lore, Knights Templar and all that shit, this
the Crusaders.
Is a must-watch. This is a must-watch.
Yeah.
I'm on the 9 train too. As a movie, it's just overall entertaining. The director's cut 3 hours, didn't feel like 3 hours. It's something I could watch again and feel like I could still learn more. Yep. I'm not a religious person. I have my own issues with organized religion, but I'm always curious to see just how religions work in general, their beliefs, because they're all basically stem from the same beliefs.
Exactly.
What's up, Mom?
And I guess that's my mom.
Hey.
But I give it a 9, man. Yeah, this is a great movie. I also think Orlando Bloom, he's an interesting actor in that I feel like he peaked, he became popular, but his quality of acting, he got kind of forgotten about, but his quality of acting never decreased.
No.
This is like the height. So he'd finished Lord of the Rings. He was in the middle of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it was like
he just finished another. What the fuck was it? He just finished filming another like fantasy epic right before this.
He plays good fantasy characters, like the fantasy movies.
He does well of the studious person, the person who like shuts his mouth to listen for, you know what I mean, and then start to develop himself, you know.
Oh, he just
like really intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay, so he literally just finished filming Troy like a day before he got this role.
Damn.
And like he wasn't ready. The only reason he did it is because Ridley Scott was in charge.
Yeah. This movie basically doesn't get made unless it's him, I think, or someone of his caliber. And man, like this film, I love his character, by the way, Bailing, because like basically at the beginning he's a pacifist. His wife died in this fucking plague or whatever. So his wife had a miscarriage. She became depressed or melancholy, as they say. She commits suicide. So that guy, the priest, was his brother. Bailing's brother.
I was
fucking snake, a piece of shit.
I was thinking, man, I want to punch this brother, and then he stabbed him and threw him in the fire.
that was great. Yeah,
he steals the silver cross off this dead woman's body and then beheads her. And then he's taunting his brother about, oh, you know she's going to hell, right? She's burning in hell.
What's she gonna do without her head? Oh, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
I would have done exactly the same thing. Hot, smoldering fucking piece of raw iron right through him.
Just a piece of shit. Just
you're supposed to be a holy man. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck this guy. But again, it just shows like there's all these complications about religion. Like but there are a lot of Christians that we see that are good in this movie.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot that are pieces of shit, like the brother, like the bishop, like Guy and Rainn de Châtillon. So it just shows that religion is complicated, you know, and it's the people are the problem, not necessarily the religion. What I love to, so like, you know, then his dad, he doesn't know it's his dad, but his dad shows up, Liam fucking Neeson, and his crew, and it's like him, it's like Thor, and it's like
Thor,
literally it's fucking Thor. And fucking some black guy from, I don't know where he's from. I love that. I just love all these characters because like you can tell that they had their own movie.
Yeah, their own,
and that this is the end of their movie.
Yeah. That could have easily been a squad for a different movie. And like the fight scene in the woods there, like where fucking the Thor, the German blonde guy, is still taking people out with an arrow through his neck.
With an arrow through his neck. I loved it.
That was awesome.
There were some insane kills in that. Yeah. So there's 2 headshots that happen. So by the way, also there's hella Game of Thrones people in this. Jamie Lannister is in this. Jamie Lannister was the brother. The brother. Well, he's the nephew. So what's it? Liam Neeson's brother is the one who's the lord of that town where Balin lives. And by the way, so they wanted the brother wanted to kill Liam Neeson and claim his land. So that's why they sent these dudes out, basically. So kill them and I'll give you some money, nephew. And you could tell that they had beef from the whole time, and that's why Liam Neeson left to go on the crusade, and then he basically came back kind of rich. So he was sad that he couldn't kill his brother, but he was happy to kill the nephew instead and chop his fucking head off.
Send my brother.
Boom! Send my brother's love
or something. Yeah, that was good.
I forget. There was another person who got their head either shot or.
Oh, dude, no! Right before the battle starts, the guy, I forgot what he was doing, sitting at the tree, and then he just arrow to the face.
He takes an arrow to the face, yeah. And then one guy, I'm a rich lord, and you can get the ransom for me. It's like, oh yeah.
No, he's like, I'm entitled to ransom. He said he was entitled to ransom. He's like, you're right, and then walks away while the other guy just hangs down.
I love that.
I was gonna say, I really enjoyed those type of scenes. The fight scenes, I think it was the very first fight scene I said in the group chat. I was like, yo, very first fight scene, fucking awesome. Wow. I was like, holy shit. I don't remember what I said verbatim, but I was just like, holy shit, this has me like right here, right now.
There's so many small things too. So that one guy, Balin's fighting some people and he kind of like loses his awareness. And you see a guy coming on a horse and he hits him on the head with the sword. He's like, you need to watch out.
Yep.
And it just like shows how easily you can die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lucky that dude was on his side.
By the way, there's some really interesting theories about that character, that the David Thewlis character, because so pretty much at times. So this is the way that I see it. So at times he's that guy, and at times he's actually an angel. He's actually an angel who intervenes in Balin's life to either help him or do stuff for him, or in one scene we kind of see him come back from the dead.
Oh,
sure.
Oh yeah, like he's the only one to survive the fucking boat capsizing, shows up on the beach.
Yep.
He's the only one to, he somehow manages to survive the final battle there.
Wow. I didn't even think of that. Oh, shit.
You'll notice it so the guy, that David Thewlis character comes to
the comment.
Yeah, it's the Russian bots have come here to invade our
podcast. That's fine.
This is how they're going to get us.
Fuck you.
Oh man! Oh, and then there's that great line from so like they're practicing fighting. So Liam Neeson and what's his name? And he's like, yeah, you have to fight right now. And he's like, well, but my lord, he's not ready. He's like, well, I fought for 2 days with an arrow through my testicle. Is what he said. That was great. That was great. I love that.
I was surprised Liam Neeson died as soon as he did.
Yeah, me too.
Would be in the movie a lot longer.
That's what's so cool. Again, like this is the end of their story. They've been on a crusade. They've done a bunch of stuff. They've won a bunch of battles. This is the end of the line for them. And now Balin is basically taking over in the story. You can just feel the history. There's this huge history, and we're just seeing a little glimpse of what happened.
It's crazy how quick you could transfer power over. Like his father, they just met like 2 days before. He's like, "Oh, you're my son," because he'd seen where the place was. And he's like, and he just believes him. He's like, "Oh, you're an asshole. Why'd you leave me?" Automatically, like, believes his ass. Then the dude dies, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I met you 2 days ago." But
well,
this is all
to be
yours
fair,
now.
after he murdered his brother, he probably had to leave anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, back in the day, when someone said they knew your mother or they knew a woman, that did not mean, hey, I remember her. That meant I fucked the shit out of her and
Yeah,
you
so
are my spawn.
and you're counting the years. You're like, I was here.
Right.
Yeah,
I was here 20
years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, also you wouldn't claim a person
Right.
who just randomly, like, this fucker came from Jerusalem all the way to France to find this guy. I mean, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that if it's fake, basically.
Yeah,
that's true. That's very true. Unless the kid's like fucking rich or some shit. Like, yeah, I'm your father. You find out back in those times.
Sure.
Like,
and I don't think there was any question as soon as they introduced Sibylla there that she wanted the D. Like she was.
Yeah, man.
By the way, the casting of this movie is so good. Like Ava Green, who's, I mean, she's amazing, fucking amazing. She's so beautiful. I again, I can't say enough. There's so many things about this movie that's just perfect.
Actually, speaking of caster, Edward Norton was considered for the role of Guy. But after he read the script, he wanted to be the king because he was wearing a mask, and he didn't want to be credited. Like, his name only shows up in the video release of the film.
Mm-hmm.
You said Eva Green?
I believe so, yeah. Maybe I have the name wrong. She's French.
She looks young. She's French. Yeah, French.
Dude, and she's very open about nudity. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And
Aaron's gonna write this name down.
Yeah, we know what Aaron's doing after
the first film she did was an NC-17 movie where full frontal.
Was it bushy?
Brave girl.
It was bushy, yeah.
Were there bushels of?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, she's hot.
Actually, now that I see the one picture there, she looks really familiar.
That's what I'm saying. She does.
Yeah. Oh, you've definitely. She's in Casino Royale.
Okay.
Oh,
down there. That's her in Casino Royale. She's
this one.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at.
Yeah.
Go down to the left.
There you go, right
This?
there. With Daniel Craig.
Oh,
with Daniel Craig.
Oh, down one more.
Yeah, that's her in it's Casino Royale. She's great. She's a great actress. She's really beautiful. She did this. They did this shitty sequel to 300. She's the best part of that movie. She's totally unhinged, and there's this crazy sex scene. Yeah, this is insane sex scene where they're like fuck fighting, basically.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is fuck fighting?
I don't know.
Where you're fighting, but you're fucking.
Yeah.
Oh,
like makeup sex, but you want to kill
angry sex.
It's you're in the middle of the fight still.
Yeah,
angry sex.
Got it.
Yeah.
Abraham, you mentioned how the religions were portrayed. Ridley Scott received a lot of thanks and congratulations from Muslims on how he portrayed.
Yeah, because like Ibrahim said, this isn't a fucking hate fest. This isn't a derogatory
It's not,
fest.
yeah.
This isn't a depiction of they're just angry beasts or animals that they're savages. No, this is literally, you see the contrast between, yes, there's two sides, but they both believe in what they believe in, and they're so similar, it almost makes no sense that they're even fighting, because they want to be able to live and pray. They want to be able to live and pray, and they even make the notion of, hey, one day we're all going to pray under the same roof. Like, that's the whole point of like the whole story of like the last temple that still needs to be resurrected and completed, and once the Messiah comes or Jesus comes back, like that's going to be the final temple where all religions can come and pray all together. And it's like such a great thing that he even says, there's a line where the priest on the Christian side says something, or the dad says something before he dies, something along the lines of what was it? Something along the lines of like, it's God's will if he needs it to be. And then the Muslim guy says, well, if God decided it, then we're killing because God decided to. Have us kill. You know what I mean? Type deal. And it's literally the same ideal. The only difference is they just want what they both want instead of coming to a common ground and a compromise. And that's the nature of the beast. Like Ibrahim said, it's never the fact of the ideal, it's always the fact of the interpretation and the human aspect of the ideal. You take an organization and a corporation, they have policies, they have, a mission in place, but it's the fucking employees that fucking misconstrued it and make, their agendas come to fruition instead of just sticking to the fucking plan. It's always the people that fuck it up.
It's true. People fuck shit up.
I mean, they all three of these religions believe basically in the same core tenets. They all believe in Abraham. Right. They all believe in all this shit. You know, it's just like the way I put it. It's like one plays StarCraft, the other plays Brood War. They're the same game. It's just one's an expansion.
Or Age of Empires.
Yeah. Turn buckets.
Yep. Yeah. You know, they're all praying to something else that they've never seen. They have faith in, and they all want the same thing: peace. They all want to be able to be divine. They all want to feel the presence of their God, and but at the same time, they're divided for what? The human aspect. Who owns the land? Who gets to say the temple is theirs? Who has control of the money and the people? It makes no fucking sense, and this is why
it doesn't.
There'll never be any peace in organized shit like that.
No,
because then you also come into the fallacy of greed. No matter where you are,
it always comes down to
you know what I mean. It's like
greed and power. Greed and power.
It's the power, yeah.
It's the power more than anything. That's what it comes down to.
I liked how that happened, though. He got the power. He was like, "We're going to war." The whole army got wiped out.
Oh yeah,
that's what.
Balian told him. He was like, "Dude, if you go out there, first off, we need to be near water. You're gonna go on a march into the fucking desert. You're dead. You're dead." And
it was people are dropping before they made it,
dude. And then there's that great scene. There's so many shots of this that are just like the scale is so amazing. So like when they all died in the desert, and I think Balian or someone came across them, there were thousands of like vultures and shit eating all these bodies. You just see like this valley and just thousands of vultures descending on these dead bodies. Like, holy shit! Like,
that was a great scene.
Yeah. Even the scene where you have the two armies about to face off to each other. You have the king and Saladin that come out to speak. I'm like, I can't even wrap my head around trying to film these armies marching in and try to really capture the magnitude that this
that whole scene is like perfection. It's so good because like it starts off, they lose, Balian being the noble, trying to be the perfect knight, goes off into this battle where they're way outnumbered, and there's a shot of them like doing this formation. And what I love too is like literally there are formations that they do in this that are in Age of Empires, and it's like seeing them in real life because like the formation they do. So like they're coming in a line like this, and the Muslims come in a line like that, surround them. Yep. So then they get completely surrounded.
They turn into a wall. They
And so they get surrounded, and they're getting fucked up. And they inevitably lose the battle, but Balian gets he basically doesn't die because
he's spared he spared the guy from before.
What does the guy say? Your enemies will know of your
weakness before.
No. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find exactly. That quote is like so good. Yep. And because it
word will spread of your weakness before you know who your enemies are, or something like that.
No, it's not.
It's when he's in the bazaar. He says, "You can go. You're not in debt to me or anything, and go enjoy your life." And he leaves. He's walking away, kind of.
Imad says to him. So, like, Imad says to him in the bazaar when Balian takes him, when he takes Balian to Jerusalem, he says, "Your quality will be known among your enemies before ever you meet them."
Yep.
And then when he meets him again at this battle, he's like, and he doesn't kill him. And they do the same shot where like the guy's on the ground and he like has the sword up and he could have just stabbed him in the neck, but he doesn't. And he says it again, and he's like, "Oh, you weren't a slave, were you?" He was like, "No." I love the way he says it. No. Not.
Yeah. He's like, "That motherfucker worked for me."
I'm the right-hand man of Saladin. That's who I am. And then he's like, and then I just love what he says. He's like, you will reap what you sow. You've heard of this, no? And then you see the army coming, this massive fucking Saracen army, and he's like, "My master has come, and now it's time for us to get our revenge for what you guys have done with the raping and the pillaging and the destruction." And then we see, but then he sees the other army, the Christian army. It's like, "Oh, Jerusalem is coming." You see like this fucking cross. You just see this massive fucking cross come out, and they're marching.
The army is crazy.
Man, it's great. That scene is so good. It's so good because it just plays into everything about what this film's about. Because it's really like there's a reason why sort of Balian is able to like do all these things and go through all this stuff. Like basically they kind of make the case that he was supposed to do this. He was supposed to bring this new peace to Jerusalem for this time. and he wasn't able to. We'll get into it later. He probably should have just killed Guy and taken over. I mean, he totally should have done that.
Oh yeah,
he didn't. So we get the rest of this movie. But anyway, it basically God touches people in different ways, and it doesn't matter what religion you are.
Yeah,
there are Muslims who were sort of helped by God, I guess you could say. There are Christians, there are Jews, there's all types of people. And again, like we were saying before, they all basically believe in the same thing. They all believe in the same core tenet, right?
For the most part, yeah. Hell yeah.
Now did that head knight lose his religion though, right? Did he lose his faith? When he said, you don't have my knights, then he said something about religion. He was like, I don't know what I believe anymore, or something like that.
Are you talking about
when he leaves?
Jeremy Irons? Are you talking about Jeremy Irons?
Yeah, when he leaves with his knights. He said, you're not going to.
Well, he left because he fucking hated Guy. He hated Guy the whole time,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, because he wasn't really about all this shit. I mean, he was trying to tell the truth. He was like, yeah, if we fight this war, we're not going to win.
Yep.
And that's best for me. God bless that. God bless that.
Yeah.
Sign of a crazy man.
Oh, it's totally insane. I hope they all died. Every single
one thing I thought was funny as I was looking up trivia and stuff. After Liam Neeson got the role, he realized he knew nothing about the Crusades, so he read The Complete Idiot's Guide to the Crusades.
No,
he called it extremely informative.
There's an idiot guide?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's an idiot's guide to the Crusades.
There's a dummies book for everything.
There is, man. Listen, but come on, there's so many people and so much going on.
I really did not know that. I know there's like dummies for math. There's dummies for like.
There's something for everything. Yeah, there's one of those for literally everything.
Dummies for tax, doing your own taxes.
I just found out there's a Freemasons for dummies.
Are you so? Oh, man.
I swear to God, I'm like, wait.
But they don't. They don't put the.
I want to read that out of curiosity.
Me too. The secret codes and shit. The secret knocks.
So we watched the director's cut. Even Ridley Scott disowns the theatrical cut.
Wow.
He says it's the director's cut's the definitive edition. In comparison, there's approximately 800 visual effects in the theatrical cut. There's over roughly 1,500 in the director's cut.
Jesus.
That's almost fucking half the visual effects.
I was just about to say it's almost doubled. It's almost doubled. That's a huge difference. Fuck.
Oh, one of the kills, Ibrahim. You said there was another headshot. Was it when he got hit inside the head with the shield?
Well, there's a couple beheadings that are really good. I mean, I just remember there were two really good in that first fight. There were two really good kills. One was when the guy got the pickaxe in the back of the head, and another one, I forget what it was. I should have made a list, but there's some gory shit in this movie.
Yeah, there was. Right. Even the arrows, when the arrows hit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah. And I love that they did that shit. I love that they went there with it instead of just kind of.
That was the best arrow part though, was Thor. He got up, he's like, fuck you guys.
Oh man.
I loved that. Yes. I loved it.
That was great.
But I like when movies go take that extra step, especially with a movie like this where they actually show the blood, because it's like it's showing the casualties of war. It's not just showing it being like how Hollywood will do like a war type of movie and it'll be all prettied up. You see people getting shot. You see like the good guys, which I'll say in quotes because you don't know who's good or who's bad technically. They'll have the cool boom, 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 and they're just kind of just shooting everybody up, but you don't see the aftermath. You don't see the blood. You don't see like the pain. You just see the looking cool. If you think that's looking, you know what I mean?
You just remind me of another part that was really good in my opinion, where Orlando Bloom and Onion said to the priest or something, he's like, I don't have time to say a prayer for all these bodies or something. He was like, you got to burn them now, or we're going to die in 4 days of disease or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said, God will understand. And if he doesn't, he is not God. So we don't have to worry.
Exactly. Yeah. Powerful words. It's like, he's saying this to a fucking head of a priest, like the church.
The bishop, that fucking idiot.
Yeah, the bishop. Yeah, the asshole bishop.
Fucking idiot.
Dude, and like, what kind of I've always thought this in every kingdom fantasy epic I thought, because a kid always becomes the king somehow at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's just kind of fucked up in general.
It is, yeah.
Dude, that plot line,
toys, they're like, what am I doing? Sign this.
So we should talk about let's talk about Baldwin. So who's played by Edward Norton. So he's a very good king. The problem is he has leprosy. And dude, I love the characterization of him. I love the way that he talks, the way he speaks, how you can feel he's very intelligent and very cerebral, and like he understands that he wants to kind of preserve what they have there. Dude, I love the mask that they created for this character.
Yeah. It was awesome. That was awesome.
Cool,
that was a great look.
It's so fucking cool. Like, and they even like in some close-ups you see they have like a mustache and shit. They have like a beard on it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But it's so crazy that like this is all based on real stuff. Like there was a real guy who, I mean, didn't look exactly like this. It was basically like this. He was a leper, and he wore this mask and shit, and he was the king, and he knew he was going to die, but he was still a very powerful and well-renowned person.
See, I thought they were going to put a twist on it, like that, because he's like that with the mask, like he was like a special chosen. Then the boy got it too, so he's like a special chosen king. And I was like, oh, never mind. They're not playing off that.
Fuck. The little kid was fun.
Oh yeah.
The that's the first time I ever seen the airdrop thing.
Yeah,
where they poured it in the air.
That's a very like medieval style
I was
killing.
like, oh shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
First time ever seeing that. It's always like drink it, like here, drink the fucking or
that's really scary. That's really scary. Honestly, that someone could just drop some shit in your ear while you're sleeping and you're dead. You won't even wake up.
I'm watching a series with my wife. Well, we just finished the season. We're waiting for season 3. It's called The Great. It's about Catherine the Great, and it's kind of funny and everything. But they show like what they really did back then. Like the king's like for poison. He has the dude follow him. He was like, "Here, take a bite." This motherfucker had to bite it, make sure it's not poison.
Oh yeah.
That shit was crazy.
I mean, we see that in this film too. What's his name? Rainn de Chatillon. Like, Guy comes to him when he's in prison after doing a raid. That scene is really good too. Like when they do this raid on this Muslim caravan because they just love killing Muslims because they're fucking pieces of shit. There's some really great. There's one shot that I really really like where it's Guy and it's like the camera's like right in his grill and he fucking chops the dude's head off and you see the blood hit him in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, that is and Rainn de Chatillon chops the guy in half.
Yeah, right down the phone.
Literally chops the guy in half on a cowboy cart. And I mean, these are some ruthless pieces of shit. But like when Guy goes to him, he brings him some food, and then the guy he looks at the food and he hands it back to him. And then when he eats it and he sees that it's not poison, then he eats it too.
Yep.
And then they do their little deal. He's like, oh, you know, there's all this politics and shit. Basically, the politics.
Go
of this
start a war. Go run your mouth. Basically.
Well, so they're waiting. There's a couple things that had to happen.
Nothing more dangerous than a popular guy.
Because Baldwin was dying. It would go to Sibylla. Sibylla can't rule because she doesn't have an army. So she needs an army, which would be Guy. So to rule with her son, because her son is a fucking 8-year-old. It's not like he can get an army behind him. So she had to kind of align with Guy. And because, unfortunately, Balian wouldn't step up and kill Guy and take over, there was this sort of political battle that takes place where Guy was able to take power. And when he takes power, he allows Rainn to go and start the war. And Rainn goes and this scene was so great too. So they go and they're killing these people. And they're like, oh, hey, that's Saladin's sister. He's like, I know. And then he goes up to her and she's like, I'm Saladin's sister. He's like, oh, I know. And God only knows what this psychopathic piece of shit did to her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And they got the war. And then Guy literally kills the messenger, chops this dude's head off. And he's like, send that to the Muslims, blah, blah, blah. It's like, like assemble the army. And then they go off to be massacred in the desert as they deserve.
Wait, what's the messenger? The brother?
The brother of who?
Of Salid or whatever.
No,
Saladin?
No, they just sent a random. They just sent a random. Dude.
Oh, okay. I thought it was his brother for some reason.
They just sent a random dude and they chopped his head off.
I did still think it was weird that they ended the movie kind of with Orlando Bloom and Sibylla together after showing her murdering her child and him knowing and everything.
She did a Britney Spears.
Wow.
I thought it was nice. I mean, neither one of them wanted that life. They didn't want that.
No,
she
exactly.
Renounced all of her title. She even says at one point, "I'm not just the queen here in Jerusalem.
So don't be a queen.
I'm the queen in Jordan. I'm the queen in a bunch of places. Like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, if you come to me with not being queen, I'll go with you and we'll go together. And then they leave to France.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was a part where he was like, a queen never walks, and she's walking.
And they hold hands.
Yeah.
Because she chose with him.
There's a lot of really great stuff in this movie about sort of redemption. That's really the whole idea of what their postulating Jerusalem would be. It's this place where you can sort of almost wipe clean what you were and become totally different. So like at the beginning, there's these 3 people who are burying the Balian's first wife who committed suicide. It's his piece of shit brother, the priest. There's another guy, and then there's a master gravedigger.
Yeah.
And the gravedigger guy, we see him again in this battle, this final battle in Jerusalem. And he's fighting with Balian at this war to defend Jerusalem. And he has this discussion with Sibylla, and he knows that Sibylla's a queen, but she's trying to like be a pauper at the time. And it just shows, this guy back in France, he was sort of like a piece of shit. And all of them were basically, I think there's one point where Balian says like, yeah, at one point I was a slave or as close to it. They were all treated like shit. And then they came to Jerusalem and they were different. Like in Jerusalem, he's basically a king, and he could have been the king, Balian, if he wanted to. And they were all transformed, but they didn't want that life. So, but that's what I really liked about seeing the gravedigger there. Cause like, he was not a bad dude. It's just that they're in this fucked up society.
Yeah.
Ravaged by plague. The church is corrupt. All this shit is fucked up. But in Jerusalem, he's able to be who he could really be, a noble person who's willing to fight.
Well, on his way there, when he was leaving with his father, he was like, can I really, because he wanted to wipe the sins of his wife for killing herself, right? That's why he wanted to go in the first place.
For killing his brother and shit.
Yeah, he says to Liam Neeson, like, I've heard in Jerusalem you can erase all your sins. He's like, I don't know, but we can go there together and find out if we can.
We'll find out. Let's go.
We'll find out.
But the father don't make it.
He doesn't. But the whole thing that he came there, I feel like he really just came there because he wanted to find Balian, and because he had no heir. Balian is his heir. And again, in Jerusalem, like that's what I like so much about the whole Guy de Lusignan character, because Guy fucking hates Balian because Guy is an elitist piece of shit. And so he even says like, oh, in France, I would never dine with people like Balian. He's not royal blood. And he fucking walks away. And then he gets cut by his wife. His wife's like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, I'm getting that D.
I'm getting that D. I'm not leaving.
She wanted that. That was one of the biggest, most clear messages in the movie, is that she wanted that D.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, I don't know if it makes my wife perfect or terrible that she doesn't mind my absence.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, Guy's a piece of shit. And like, you hate Guy from moment one. And it's unfortunate that he doesn't die, but he does get. There's a great scene where, like, when the big battle happens, they fucking cart him out with a dunce hat.
Yeah,
he's a donkey. That was great. I like that.
He's the one when they were sitting down to eat, right? That he took his fucking riding crop, and when he was walking, my lord, how are you supposed to ride without your crop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Without being able to beat your horse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No, he's a piece of shit. He's a total fucking piece of shit.
He was a bitch too. That's why he's like, you could keep it. So he's trying to walk away. He was like, here, threw it back, and I was like, no, you're gonna need it, motherfucker. Take it. And like, little pussy.
Seeing Rainn de Chatillon get his head chopped off, was very satisfying, and that was a great beheading.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
I don't know what type of prosthetic head they had on that dude, but they have a shot where you see the head go off.
Yeah, it was cool.
Man, even the effects in this movie were great for the battles and the blood and the shots that they took. It was,
I love this scene too. So they get captured and they're in the tent. It's Guy and Rainn, and they hand some ice water to Guy, and he doesn't drink it because he's a racist. And then Rainn, no, for real, he's like, I'm not gonna drink Muslim water. Okay, buddy.
Sure.
You fucking asshole. And so then Rainald's like, I don't care. I'll drink. Of course I'll drink it. It's like, I didn't give that to you. It's like, well, I'll drink any water. they fucking line him up, and then he's like, slits his throat first. And then they hold him up and hold his neck like this. And he's like, boom.
It was fucked up. Yeah.
That was
great kills, man. Great kills in this.
I love that.
Oh, another part. I think this might have been the first time I seen it in one of these movies, or maybe Lord of the Rings had it. But when the Muslim side was carrying those big fucking towers,
Yeah,
I never seen that before.
That's a medieval weapon. And
Oh yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just so they can climb over, get over the wall easier.
Yes.
I was like, damn, man. I was like, that's badass.
I mean, the medieval technology is crazy. It's really crazy what they were doing.
It really is.
Another thing I really like the whole again, why I like the Saladin character is like you could tell he's so intelligent. He takes everything in and he processes things as an intelligent person would. Whereas these other people, they believe, oh, God wills us to win, so we're gonna win, right? No, that's not how it works. And there's this great scene where like there's this one guy who's really pissed off, basically because the Christians keep killing people, and he wants a war. But Saladin wants a war if he's gonna win the war. And they have this confrontation. The guy's kind of mad, and he's like, you promised that you were gonna win this war for us. And he's like, I did, but the reason we're gonna win has more to do with preparation, lack of like having water, lack of disease. Those are the things that lead us to win a war. And before I came along, before God brought me to the Muslims didn't win anything. And so I am making scientific deductions about how to win these battles because God imbued me with intelligence. And just to see contrasting him with Guy, this fucking idiot, it shows that, again, he's not the stereotypical person. Like when we think of like in this era, like there's so many, it's just, oh, he's a terrorist. He's angry. He's crazy. He's duplicitous. No, this guy he's calculating. He's intelligent. He's very, he has a lot of very strong qualities. And he's just a beautiful character.
He got compassion.
Yeah. I mean, and he's loyal and he's not vengeful.
Yeah.
We'll come to later, like when, at the end of the battle, he's not a vengeful guy.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's not out there to do this. He's out there to win, and he has respect. There's a great shot in this, at the end of this when the battle's over, where he's in a Christian church and there's it's basically a Christian cross was falling on the ground, and he picks up the cross and he puts it back.
See, I like again.
I'm like getting emotional. It's so like.
You good?
It's a great movie, man.
I'm gonna cry, dude, because like that has so much meaning. I'm not even a Muslim, but like
just because we're fighting each other at this moment doesn't mean we have to desecrate each other completely.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good shit, man.
I can't even speak.
It's all good.
No, it's good. We get it.
Because that's what the film's about.
And pretty much is.
It's about respecting people's religion.
At the end of the day, we're all still people believing in the shit we want to believe in.
Because they all believe in the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, even if you take the religion out of it, at the end of the day, doesn't every person, for the most part, want like a peaceful, happy thing for themselves and their loved ones? At the very least, you want that for yourself and your loved ones. And it's like, why is that so hard to come by to this fucking day? Like to this day. Money and land shouldn't really mean as much as it does. But it does. There's different ways to kind of class people. Like back then, it was the kingdoms and all that shit, but there's still money, power, and now it's money and power just in different ways. Just in different ways. And then it's like, it's to the point now, I don't know about back then, of course, because I don't know, but where we see it now, where it's even getting into politics with religion, which is just, I'm just like, you're kind of just...
Basically, religion was first politics. It was like, back in the day, that was their politics.
Man made it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was supposed to be like something good and wholesome. We believe we live by this way, but then it's like, okay, well, we have similar beliefs. Our languages are a little bit different. I don't mean verbal languages. I just mean like the way we're, praising whoever they praise or however they praise and all that stuff. And this is different. This is different. This is different. Oh, you look a little bit different. And it's just like, what the fuck? We all want the same shit. Let's just I don't even want to say fight for the same shit because it's crazy. It sounds crazy when people are saying that you're fighting for peace. Like what? What? How you gonna put? How you been brainwashing people this for years? What? Peace for peace. And you know what's crazy? I was watching Iron Man 1, kind of how it ties into this. Weird as shit. I know, people. I just happen to be watching it cool for a podcast for tonight. Midnight Matinee. Check it out. But but like how when Tony Stark, like once he went to the Middle East and seen the Stark weapons there and seen what they could do to destroy, he was like, no, I don't want Stark Industries doing this shit anymore. How is this making peace? Because before he was like, when he came back, he sat down, he's eating the cheeseburger. I still want one. Fuck you, Tony Stark, for that. But when he's like, I want to get out of it, he was like, listen, he said, these same weapons that my father started making and that I created killed these same young Americans that I was trying to protect. And then when he's seen all the other shit going on over there, he was like, I don't want to be a part of this shit. And yeah.
I don't know. For me, like, I've always had issues with organized religion in general. I think it's a matter of the fact that people use it way more often than not to try to justify the bad shit they do.
It's
and that has,
well,
yeah. That has turned me off from religion.
Behind the guise of manipulation.
It is. And that's just turned me off to it since I was a kid. Like, why? As far like, I don't necessarily. I mean, if I had to put myself on a religious scale, I'd probably lean more towards atheist than anything. Like, I just believe in being a good person. Treat people equally, dignity, respects. Just everyone's in it together. Like, what the fuck? Like, and that is essentially what every religion believes.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is the difference? What difference?
People's believe for the most part. And
you're being cool and nice to people, get along with everyone. Like,
with that too, though, Chris, what you just said, what I like too is like religion. No, it doesn't matter what religion you are, whatever, or your beliefs, whatever. That's your own business. But how there is people who you know, they're 100% against religion. There's people that are 100% for religion, and then they kind of just bicker with each other instead of just like, listen, if you're like, look, I'm like, say say you're a very religious person. I believe in treating people right, this, that, and the third. It's like, then why are you bickering with this person that doesn't have those same beliefs, but you both believe at the end of the day we should just treat each other like people? Like, I don't get it.
The sad part is that they do have the same beliefs of acceptance, except they don't know how to accept because that's the human deficiency. That's the human's problem and their fucking human condition and forcing people to go, no, you're wrong, I'm right. No, you're wrong, I'm right.
I also think there's a big
battle
sense
for the same fucking thing just to be accepted and understood. Instead of everybody just going, that's cool, that's how you practice, cool.
There's also a big sense of entitlement that comes into that too. I feel like with people, they can't handle being wrong. People that feel entitled,
but there's no right, especially when you have the guidelines which are telling you, and when you start to deviate from that, and you start to go, well, it's murky here, that's not what that means. No, that's your interpretation. You're misconstruing it. Take it for face value, what the fuck it says, and run with it. Done. Now, but in order to have that, I gotta do X, Y, and Z, and I gotta defeat this person or claim this land for my own. Mm-hmm. This whole world is fucking everybody's. It was created. We were created. It doesn't fucking matter. We run the world wherever the fuck we want. We shouldn't have a problem with that because we're all the creatures of the world. Like, it makes no sense.
Listen, there's a reason part of creating the country was to keeping church and state separate was part of creating.
Federal government cannot create a religion.
Yeah. And you can see just the fucking diehard effort by politicians to just try to ignore
just with these last elections, we don't have to get too deep into it, but you really see.
It's not, and I don't even think it's so much that they give a shit. It's because they're playing to the most common denominator.
Yeah.
They just want their power. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not that they give a shit. They don't give a shit about religion or the, one country under God, that stuff, shit like that. Mm-mm. They just want to get elected. That's it.
Speaking of that, HBO Max has Righteous Gemstones, and they're basically showing how, like, they're making fun of what's that fucking Joel, that fucking church,
Joel Osteen?
Yeah, that fucker. So it's like how powerful he is.
Oh yeah.
Basically, that's what the gemstones are.
Like, in one of his churches, they found like $5 million in the wall.
Yeah, in the wall.
Like, he wasn't taking people in when Texas had that hurricane and shit like that.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
None of that affected him. He's still just as popular.
See, and
he still has all his shit.
That's the sad thing, though, is you have people that have that we'll just use religious power because there's either power where religion is part of people's beliefs, politics, or financially, to where you have people that are, deep into these religions, like for their good reason, for their, listen, I want to treat people, blah, 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 blah. And they believe them, and then they go to this and that and third. And like, you have this mega church with billions of, who knows how much money you're making, and then there's people starving. Like, I don't understand.
Literally
they don't
money
get
hiding
taxed.
in the walls.
Yeah. They don't get taxed on it.
No, if you want to combine church and state, start taxing the shit out of church.
They should probably be taxed anyway. Honestly.
No tax.
No.
No tax.
You can't have, if you're gonna have one, you can't not have the other.
That's why L. Ron Hubbard said the fastest way to get rich is to start a religion.
Yep.
Yeah.
What he did.
Jim Jones.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is though. It's like if you really think, it's just weird how so many things tie together, and it's just like, what the fuck?
The Church of Fonzie.
Pastafarian
Yeah,
is a religion. Is the religion that
noodly appendage.
no joke. Pastafarian is a religion where they worship pasta monsters or noodle monsters or something.
Yeah, that's
Noodle,
fucking hilarious.
the great noodly one who created us.
That's fucking hilarious.
Noodly appendage.
Oh,
Are we going to talk about the battle? Are we going to talk about the giant battle now?
Oh, we can. Yeah.
Well,
I thought we
okay.
did.
No, we have not talked about. We have not really talked about the massive battle with the
catapults and all that shit.
Yeah, with all the catapults on that shit. So like after Guy is captured and they kill Rainn and all that stuff, the Muslim army is advancing and they're going to attack. And we get to see all this really fucking cool technology from the Middle Ages. Like they have those things, the siege towers.
Mm-hmm.
They have turnbuckets which fire rocks that are on fire. It's really cool, and it's like a long battle. It's a long drawn out.
That's what I liked about it. I liked how long it was going.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a short thing where shit just got blown apart. So I was like, I like this.
In one of the commentary tracks, there's a commentary track with the writer William Monahan. He also wrote the Departed. He's a really great writer. He talked about so when they wrote the script, right? And they said that they had a completely separate script for this battle. And he called it the Siege Book. So they didn't even show, when they were making this movie, they didn't show that battle scene to the producers. That was an off the books part of the whole thing. So that had its own script.
Damn.
That's probably a good thing though. Because they may have been like, you know what? Maybe you should shorten this up. Maybe you should take this out and this. Like, nah, we're gonna get this done. The movie's there. It's like the movie's done, but you just have to plug in this piece right here.
All right.
We're
If
not
you want to talk about
reshoot it.
The final scene, he walks in the office with a stack of papers. This is the script for the battle. Drops it on the table.
So, since we're talking about the siege, it took 21 days to film that. The siege itself in real life only took 13 days.
Yeah, but hey, you gotta get it perfect, man. That was a lot. That was a big area. A lot of shit. The fucking show. Man.
And you see all this really cool technology. Like one of the things they would use to take down the siege towers is they would pour hot oil on it.
Yeah, insane.
And they would light it on fire. And
that is cool. Yeah.
Here's a fun fact: the flag budget. This movie had a flag budget that was $250,000.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Damn.
1,200 flags. 600.
Well, every army has the flags, man. They come marching.
There's even a great scene where Balian, like one siege tower takes over another part of the wall, and Balian goes over there because you can see they have their flag, and he kills two of the flag bearers. And
it's like, nope, I took it back.
Yeah,
captured the flag. He's like, no,
that was a great scene. Where
yeah, great scene.
Great.
I bet that's where the game came from.
Pretty much, yeah. That's kind of how it worked.
Yeah.
But what ends up happening is that part of the wall becomes weak. So they're like, okay, tomorrow we're gonna breach the wall there, and we're just gonna send people through again and again until we get through it.
And that's the other thing. The Muslim leader Salanid, I can't pronounce the name.
Saladin. Yeah.
He's seen it. He's seen the strategy this guy is using, and his army's 10 times bigger than the other. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. He's just watching. He's like, are you serious? He was
really
amazed.
Great. There's a bunch of
respect. It was respect.
Yes.
He's like, dude, this motherfucker.
Yeah. he even says to his Imad, his basically his right hand man. He's like, who is this guy? Who's this guy defending them? Oh, that's Balian of Ibelin. I met him randomly
when Godfrey's son. He's like, well, maybe you should have killed him.
It's like, oh, Godfrey almost killed me. So this is his son? Like, whoa, like, and he's like, maybe you should.
He's like the one you let live. He's like, maybe you should have killed him.
Like, well, but which is basically saying that he'd been taught by Saladin to like sort of have honor.
Oh yeah, and maybe I should have had a better master. Yeah,
yeah. And the battles were great. And then there's that you see that they do a time lapse of that the attack on that weak point.
Yeah,
and they just do a time, and you just see all these dead bodies.
Bodies
just
everywhere.
Dead bodies and bodies and bodies and bodies, dude. Like, and Balian wakes up the next day in the morning, and then he sees the gravedigger next to him, and he's dead. He died in the battle.
Yeah. Well, he said when he was on his way out, he knew he was going to die. He was like, "This is what I'm meant for," basically.
Oh, by the way, let's talk about so again. I talked a little bit before about Balian's speech, which is really great, where he says like everyone has claim to this land. And then he knights a bunch of people.
That's awesome right there. He's like,
and he has this great line. He's like, and the bishop, this fucking asshole, is like, does making someone a knight make them a better fighter? And he fucking turns around.
Like,
yes.
Loved it. Basically, he's living proof. He wasn't a fighter, motherfucker. He just
randomly got knighted. I mean, he was a smart guy. You could tell.
He was smart though.
He just got knighted randomly by his dad when he was dying. Now he's like one of the.
He's like, look at me. I'm better.
One of the great military search strategists of his era.
It's a high honor, so it makes somebody want to be the best they can. You know what I mean? And plus, this is a fight to the death, so you're gonna give it your all.
Yeah, even the comic people, because when he said that, he's like, basically looked at him. It's like everybody wants to kneel down. The normal like people, they're like, wait, what?
And the one guy is like a child. That one guy is a child. Like,
he was like a child, like 15 years old or some shit. They're like, you're a knight, motherfucker. Lancelot. You're a knight.
You're a knight. You're a Knights Templar.
Yeah, you're a Knights Templar.
I'm the fight.
Oh man! And so the other thing too, this peace conference that they have when he goes into Saladin's tent is another perfect scene, because he's like, it basically Balian's like, if you fight here, you'll take the city. Well, first he says, I might just burn Jerusalem to the ground. I could do that. And Saladin's like, maybe that would be better for everybody. Maybe that would be the best thing that could happen for history if you destroyed it. But I don't think you're going to do that. And then Balian's like, if you will win this battle, but you will never raise an army again because we're going to kill so many people. And he's like, okay, so and then he's like, I offer no terms to this. Right?
Yeah, he's like, no terms.
And Saladin says, I will give all Christians free reign to leave and go to Christian lands, and I will not harm anyone. I swear.
Women and children, I won't hurt anybody.
Elderly, framed, everybody. I swear.
He got this work because he could have easily took that.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Christians did when they took over.
Yeah.
That's why this war happened. That's why this war happened. When the Christians took back Jerusalem, they killed every single Muslim that was there. They killed them all. At least the ones that did get away.
Yeah.
And so they're fucking pissed about it. And now this war happened. And now this was like the perfect opportunity for them to recapture Jerusalem.
Yep.
And so, and he says this great thing. And Balian's like, you know that when you took over, when the Christians took over, they killed everyone. He's like, I'm not those men. I am Saladin. Saladin. He's like, okay, then I'll take those terms. And then he has this great line. So like, what is Jerusalem worth? And he's like, nothing. And he turns around and says, everything. Yeah, that's what it is. It's nothing. Like, does it really have any meaning? Who knows? But it's worth everything to these people who believe in this religion. It is the epicenter of all faith for these people. And so I just feel like that kind of perfectly encapsulates like what the film's about.
It's crazy. He said, I won't strike down a king. Like he kept the dude.
The king doesn't kill a king.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, okay, you don't. He could have easily had his right-hand man do it. But they don't. They just march him like a fucking prisoner. They don't kill him. Perfect time. He's a king. You could take him out. Then the so-called army is supposed to collapse without a king, right? But that's why that one dude,
his army died.
He took over like he was really a fucking king. Like he led the people. Yeah, he led the people and everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why he won this battle because he was like vastly superior to the Christian force.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Great movie. I like
Yeah,
that
it really
a lot.
was. It really was.
Yeah, really
It
good.
made me want to find other movies like this because I didn't see them for a long time.
Yeah,
There's like a
I don't know
handful.
if there's many. There's nothing this good.
No, yeah, I know that.
This shit
But
they're my
spiraling down the History Channel shit again.
Yeah, I know, right?
I went back. I must have watched at least 4 or 5 documentaries.
I almost put on the Tudors, that fucking Showtime show. I was like, oh, let me watch the Tudors.
So final thoughts, gentlemen. Final ratings for this one.
I stick with my 9.
Can I just talk about a couple of scenes real quick before we end that I really like?
I didn't even hear what you said.
Can I talk about a couple of scenes real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple other just random things that I really liked. So there's a scene where they send 3 assassins to kill Balian. And I love he says, so this is why he came to the Holy Land? This is why he came to the Holy Land? To kill people? To kill Christians? Yeah. Kill their Christians? And he fucking kills all 3 of these dudes.
That was a good scene. That was a fun scene.
I really love that. And that's the scene where he basically dies. And then you see the David Hewlett's character like touch him on the head, and then he comes back to life.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like that was an angel. That was an angel impersonating that dude's body.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
That makes sense more now you're talking about it now.
Yeah. And they had a conversation earlier too. Like that dude came to him when he was like, basically it was after he decided not to intervene. And so Guy was going to take over. And they had a conversation. And then when he turns around, the dude's just gone. He's just fucking vanished.
Yep.
That was another where he's talking to the angel and not talking to the guy.
Mm.
Let me see. I think there was like another. I'm trying to think if there's another scene that I wanted to talk about. So there's another scene. So when Balian first comes to Jerusalem and he meets with, what's his name? The guy who's the he was Alfred in BVS. What's that guy's name?
No idea.
The actor
Jeremy Irons, right? No.
Jeremy Irons. Yes, Jeremy Irons is in this movie. Yeah. It's Jeremy Irons. So he's talking with Jeremy Irons, and there's a bunch of Templars who killed Muslims, and they get hanged. Like we see them being publicly executed, and it's really funny because Balian says like, so they're being killed for doing something that the Pope told them to do in this country, and it just showed you who Baldwin is. Like he doesn't give a fuck about your religious shit. He's gonna keep the peace, and if keeping the peace means publicly executing. These are not random. They're Templars. They're actual knighted people, and we see them being hung. I really like that. I thought that really kind of was a good way of like understanding how the conflict was in the city, like right away, and how there was a lot of Christian antagonists, basically, trying to create conflict. I think that's it.
That's it.
There's a lot of really good scenes in this.
There is. Like you'll get thinking, keep talking about it. Yeah.
Like this movie alone would have deserved its own review. You know
true.
what I mean? Like,
it's true.
A full review. This was a really good movie, and honestly, this is something I feel like if you're into this type of film, like you guys mentioned earlier, you should definitely check this out.
Yeah, this is on top of my list.
It's worth it.
Of this type of movies.
It's worth it. It's a definite 9 for me. Yeah, check this one out. I highly recommend it. Anybody else with your final rating? I'm sticking with my 9 though.
I'm sticking with
I'll give it a 10. I'll give it a 10.
Yeah, both it up.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sticking with my 9. It's something I would watch again.
Definitely.
And still learn and see stuff I didn't see before from.
Yeah. I actually think my wife may like this movie because she likes these kind of films.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
I think she may like this movie. I have to tell her about it.
She'll be like, where have you been? I've seen this shit like 15 times.
Oh, shit. What about you, Puerto Rican Chris? You sticking with your 9 too?
Yeah. Like I said, this thing, if you don't find a reason to like connect or want to like find out more about the situation or what happened or how things led to the point we are in currently as a country or a world or however you want to.
I would just say as a world. I would say as a world.
Then I don't know what you could ever watch that would make you want to actually open your brain up for a minute.
Yeah, especially with what's going on right now. I know it's not religion, but it's still power. What's going on right fucking now? Shout out to Ukraine, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Ukraine, another invasion.
Yeah. I said this to my wife. I was like, wait a minute. People still do this shit?
Yeah, history just
people
itself, bro. Nothing changes. Nothing changes till one
that.
person owns it all.
And
Yeah.
what's
That's what
funny?
it's gonna
because
be.
we helped to take over Iraq, but we gave it to the people. Like I didn't know you could take over and go mine, put a flag in it.
But
I thought that shit was gone, man.
Yeah, you gave it to the people who are loyal to you and will still do your bidding because
Yeah.
you have the
Yes.
interest and you back
Yeah,
them.
man.
So
you're
is it
giving it to
really
them in
theirs?
that's the quotations. We're giving this to you guys.
Oh, not Russia.
Just
They're like, we're
remember
not
who
playing that
fucking
fake
gave it
shit.
to you.
I'm taking it.
We're giving
Yeah,
it to
that
you,
was
but
fucked
remember
up.
who you gave it to you and how you got it.
Yeah.
Russia's like finders keepers. It's ours now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
basically.
Serious though, Ukraine.
Yeah. I mean that's and the
Yeah,
scary
yeah.
thing too is like no one wants to intervene because they're afraid that it would turn
It's going
into
to World War III.
World War
World
III.
War III.
Yeah.
It would turn into a nuke. Not only that, but just
Nuke war. Yes.
everybody
Nuclear.
would just shooting
He
nukes.
already,
We'd all be done.
threatened it. He said he got his fucking guy. He's like, I'll put a threat. I got my guys on alert. I'll hit this fucking button.
So unfortunately, the Ukrainian people are basically on their own, or anyone who wants to be
Yeah.
a foreign nation. That's it. That's all the people that
That's
can
it,
fight
yeah.
them, and so they're fighting for their very existence.
Yeah.
Because make no mistake, the Russians want to wipe them off the map, and like
Yes.
Ukraine is part of Russia. Period.
Like NATO and shit are doing like behind the scenes shit, like shutting their banks down, but that's not really.
That's not going to
crippling
help.
them.
That's not going to help the person who's building apartment building gets bombed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that's just how the war is.
Yep.
And with the sanctions and shit, I mean, I know I guess they have to do it, but the thing that sucks about that stuff is it's with everything else. It's not everybody in Russia. Like there's innocent people there that
No.
that don't agree with it.
You're on the wrong side of history when fucking Sweden and Switzerland have taken a side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how shit happens over and over and over. And it's funny. I guess we can end on this. But how people say, oh, we teach history, learn history, so you don't repeat it. I'm like, well, motherfucker, you guys are saying this shit. Or do you see what the fuck is going on? What's been going on since day one?
You know what's fucked up? North
North
Korea's watching. They're like, what the
within
fuck?
economies and all this shit. It never should have got to this point because look, we were still pumping. Well, we still are pumping fucking Russian oil to help keep our machines running and keep our shits going. Yet we can't even get shit to our own people in the stores. And the price of gas is fucking $5 a gallon right now. Yet we got reserve in fucking Alaska and in the U.S. that we could have been pumping for the last fucking 50 years. But no, because, we have to play nice with everybody. Plus, they got nukes, so they can fuck us up if they wanted to. And then we can fuck them up. Like, it's a mess. It's a goddamn mess.
You know what's funny? I just learned that Russia is the third power of nuclear. I thought they were number one. They're not.
They
number one.
they got rid of a lot of their nukes after the Cold War ended.
Supposedly.
They had I think they had the most.
Yeah, I think they're lying. I know they have a technology where they can have a nuke underwater can travel like mad far now or something.
Nuclear subs.
It's subs, yeah, no nuclear subs, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just and again, going back to Iron Man, it's just crazy.
I don't work for the Navy or do anything with nuclear subs. I'm just putting that out there.
Single most
that's why I'm staying silent.
There is, and they paraded it through their fucking town.
Chris is a janitor at a school.
I just clean the bathrooms.
He just cleans it.
Oh man,
he cleans off the R. Kelly piss off the fucking.
No need
urinals.
to find my house.
It's crazy, people. It's fucking wild. It's crazy. Again, going back to Iron Man, how much is invested in tearing up shit?
Yep.
But I say that just because you invest so much in weapons.
Money and power. That's all people give a
shit
shit
about.
about.
Is we have anti-IBCM fucking or ICBM counteractions that's AI based. Now, guess what happens when the computers are the ones making the decision? They don't just go, whoa, let's talk about this diplomatically. They just shoot shit, intercept, and then have an attack go, and we're going, oh shit! Oh shit!
Basically.
I mean, the minute someone presses the button, it's over.
But
Like,
that's
all
the
it takes
problem.
is
It's
one.
not somebody who's going to be pressing the button. It's AI technology that they're using to stop a potential when it sees it hit the sky, and then one to counter strike if need be. It's not even in control anymore.
Someone has to. It's not a robot. Isn't going to be the first one to fire the first missile.
Absolutely. If let's say Russia or North Korea fires an ICBM, there's an AI program that'll see that, send something to stop that, and if they see another counteraction or another strike coming, that technology can literally send another counter strike itself. Nobody has to be manning the shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's like even in the 50s and 60s, there was the dead man switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if Russia got hit, they would, even if everyone was dead, they would just start firing.
Sending shit. Yep.
Just start firing.
Yeah, they're like, you're coming. I'm going out. You're coming out with
Everybody's
me.
coming with us. Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is mutually assured destruction. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they said. Everybody would be launching. The world ends.
There's so many ways we're fucked, whether it's a meteor, whether it's a super volcano, whether it's man-made, fucking biological, or a weapon that gets fired on accident, or because somebody did something. We're fucked the next 100 years.
That almost happened, actually.
It's not longer.
It was a Russian submarine where they said if you lose contact, they want you to fire that one dude on the fucking sub.
Yep, that was during the Cold War.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
That was during the Cold War. They needed 3 OKs. They only had 2. One motherfucker was brave enough. I'm surprised they didn't shoot his ass and just fucking hit the missile button.
Do it.
Yep. He saved the world, basically. He's like the superhero.
It's really funny, like all this is happening now, because like one of the Cinematic Canon podcasts, we talked about Threads and the War Game, which were these 2 like post-nuke movies.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Me, Aaron, and James, we watched that and we talked about that shit. And it's just fucking scary. It's fucking scary. Like that's why those films are so good. Like you want to have an idea, just an inkling of how bad things get if there was a nuke that went off somewhere.
Yeah, that shit was insane.
Or watch us talk about those films.
Everything is crumbled. One girl's like, no food, there's no water, fucking just walking and fucking.
Wasn't there something with her baby? Like she had a baby.
Yeah, she was pregnant. Yeah.
Fucking
that was fucked up movie, man.
Bread was a luxury. Bread in that was a fucking luxury. But no, what I was getting at though is
to worry about. Like you do that, the world's markets go down, and there's only enough fucking food left in supply for maybe 2 months for people. If you can't bring back up all the networks and all that shit within 2 months, guess what starts to happen? Everybody starts trying to kill each other to make sure they get some food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you have a good garden. Get in the garden.
Start buying tents. Start doing like fucking Matt Damon did in the Martian movie and fucking start peeing on your shit and growing your own shit.
If there's a nuke that comes down, you basically want to hope that you're in the blast radius, the immediate blast radius, and then you get incinerated, like fucking Sarah Connor in Terminator 2.
That's true. You don't want to be in the outer rings because you suffer.
The worst thing is being in the outer ring. The second worst thing is like surviving and having to live in the fucking the fucking Mad Max world.
Basically, yeah. Even like another winter because the chemicals in the air.
It gets really, really fucking cold, and then it rains acid.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
It's like so it's gonna rain acid for 80 years, and then it'll be semi-habitable for only 50 years, and then it'll be back to normal after 150 years.
Yep. That was a good one. That was a good one. We were actually serious for the most part in this episode. I hope that never happens again.
Point of
no, but we needed to. Huh?
The whole world sucks, not just one country.
yeah, that's something.
We all suck.
No matter how advanced civilization gets, there's still the fallacy of the human condition that comes into play that either wrecks lives or conditions it.
Yeah, and it's just sad. It sucks. It sucks that. And I'll just say around the world in general, but I don't know how it is exactly, but that you could put these billions into tearing shit up, but you can't put these same billions into just helping everybody around the world. Like everybody just like here.
World hunger is a thing that should not exist, especially at this point in our life.
With this fuck yeah. I mean, shit, Pac said it. We got money for wars, we can't feed the poor. And it's still the same shit. And you watch these fucking films, well, the Kingdom movie and then the 2 films that Ibrahim was just talking about way back then from when they were portraying, still the same shit. And we're still learning history. So we don't repeat history. Explain that to me. Yeah, exactly. Bring up these overlays so we can bounce.
There is no past, there is no present, there is no future. It's all the moment you live in.
Time is a flat circle.
What's that?
Time is a flat circle.
just a reminder, Norway is the happiest country on earth, so whatever they're doing.
A lot of fucking. A lot of fucking, I heard.
A lot of loving each other and a lot of just living
life. Those fucking Swiss countries are the happiest people on earth.
Hell yeah. Because their balls are empty.
Hey,
I on the hill with a lonely goat.
I'd have no problem living in New Zealand.
Me either.
Check out all the shit on the screen. I'm the worst damn gamer. Go see Dreams the Creator. You fucking digital stuff. You got any last words? Scary stuff, gruesome stuff, ghouly stuff, recipes, and so good as scary. If you got a fucking 30-minute or less project before the bombs go off, send it to us on Facebook and we'll do a review on it.
Before the bombs go off. This guy.
Next slide.
Do it now before it's too late. Bye.
Oh, that's what the Backstreet Boys were singing about. Got it.
That was in sync.
It's like the bomb's coming. Bye.
That's in sync.
My fault, Chris. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Get your white boy bands right.
I apologize. I won't do it again. Anyways, people, check out Horror Research 30 every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Popcorn and Pints, as you can see, every Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time.
Until the
Stories from a Bar, near and far. Check that out. Deep Focus going to get a deep dive on that.
Bombs go off.
And Midnight May. Make sure you guys check this out as well before the bombs go off.
If the bombs don't go off.
Maybe Tony Stark will save us. But with that being said, people, thank you for watching.
Not even Dr. Manhattan can save us from the bombs. All right.
We had fun with this one. We had some good, deep conversations. It was good. So
Started crying.
He did. He's light skinned though, people. So I was expecting it to be either him or Chris.
The special word for next week's
blinking.
episode.
Wait,
Puppet Puss.
Once
his voice cracked, I was blinking.
Yep. I will say this though, guys. I will say this. I'm very proud of us. We didn't crack jokes. We were actually just like a little shocked, but just like tried to keep the conversation going and comfortable at the same time. We're not all assholes, people. Peace. Oh, and thanks for popping by. Oh, and one more thing. Consensual pissing on each other is fine if you're into that.
Until the bombs go off.
Then it's just everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, then it's just boom, over here, over there.
So what were these?
There's a difference between consensual and involuntary.
It's America.
Team
America.
Team America.
And,
there you go.
Happy Time Murders.
Yeah, Happy Time Murders. That's
okay.
It.
We're gonna do those trailers. I'm gonna go grab some more water real quick before the bombs.
Yeah, I gotta. We'll send the link.
No bombs, just links.
I'm getting it ready, guys. I'm getting it ready.
I gotta pee, so.
Oh, Chris is good. Look at this. These two always go pee together.
I know.
Chris and Chris.
They video chat in bathrooms. Looking at each other's junk.
You son of a bitch.
You let his secret out, James. He confides in you.
Oh, sorry. I just told him that last week.
Oh.
I just threw him under the bus. Come on, motherfucker. Oh, let me take these off.
Keep your pants on, James.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was done.
Not yet.
I just noticed I didn't wear my glasses. Oh, I don't need to. It's just I started wearing them. I got comfortable, and I was like, all right, I'll just keep wearing them during every podcast.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
I forgot where mine are.
I think the weed counteracts my alcohol.
You think so?
Yeah, because I don't feel like it's as last week when I was just saying crazy shit.
Well,
I just had the exact thing, man. And I added this.
We'll see what happens with the trailer review.
Oh, shit.
You know what it was, too, though? There were different types of movies this week and last week.
Wait, you're right.
Completely
Trailer,
different.
Yeah, both movies are fucked up, so.
Completely different. Smoke a little bit more while these guys are.
Seriously though, man. I just sat on my couch. I brought my pen up there.
That's the best. That's kind of a reason why I do want one of those. Well, when I'm not, when
you just travel it, man. You just hit the button.
Just for like when I'm around that, like say if I'm walking around the house, I don't have to come all the way up to the attic to.
And also, and don't smell up your house.
Yep, I can do it like because that's what I used to do. I used to be like chilling on the couch or chilling in my room, just hit the pen a couple times. Sometimes I'll come.
I had nothing to do today, right? So I worked. I was done. I did the dishes. What else did I do? Oh, I went and showered. Then I just sat on the couch. I was like, fuck it. I just hit my pen mad times. I was just watching movies.
Nice.
Off that list Kyle had.
Yeah, I want to do that. Actually, I'll see what I'm doing.
Interesting. Though some of the movies are like, you're like, what the fuck?
Well,
no, some are like, okay, this is good.
I'm trying to think. No, because
Bye. Fucking damn it! Now that's not gonna be stuck in my head. Fuckers.
You're welcome. It's not a bad song. James.
I'm trying to. I don't want to go back to my old self, man.
What singing?
I used to be a fucking breakdancer and breakdance to NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Are we gonna watch these puppet trailers?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're waiting
we
for
are.
Puerto Rican Chris. He
has to go get his dinner, his second dinner or something.
Oh, good.
Water or peeing.
He's the only one I know eats dinner like at 10 o'clock at night. I would just go to sleep. I wouldn't be able to eat dinner that late.
I'm gonna have a snack and then go to bed.
I
don't know what that snack will be.
I'm thinking cheese.
That's what you're having?
Maybe some crackers.
Fuck the cheese. No, fuck the crackers. That's
What I got
a
in
waste
the mail?
That's a waste of. Oh, what's that?
Swamp
Oh
Thing.
shit!
Nice.
Yeah, I bought this recently.
Yo, I heard they're going to try to reboot that again.
Like, you mean a movie or?
I don't know. I don't know if they said movie or a show, but they're like Swamp Thing might be coming back.
They have Joe.
They did the show, which I thought got great reviews, but then they canceled the whole.
They canceled the whole thing. Yeah.
I hate when they do that shit. But I have a question for you guys, and Ibrahim, this may be more for you. There was a show that used to come on Fox years ago. Oh, Chris, this is perfect. Chris is here too.
Family Guy.
No, it used to come on Fox.
Futurama.
And they did maybe 1 or 2 seasons. It was called The Cape.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, that's dope too. Damn.
These are absolute editions. These are really fucking nice.
What is that?
It's Swamp Thing Absolute Edition. So this is the Alan Moore Swamp Thing. They have these these are like basically the highest quality that DC will print. It's oversized.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so this is volume 1. I got volume 1 and volume 2.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I'm very excited about it. And
Totally.
yeah, this is my volume 2.
The glare.
They're really cool. It's fucking glare.
Oh yeah, Swamp Thing. There you go.
You have to take when you get a chance, take a picture of those and send them to the group chat. But that's dope.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope. Hang on, guys. I'm just taking a couple hits before we watch these trailers.
These fucking puppet movies.
Puppet porn. Here we go.
Puppet Puss.
Puppet puss.
For episode 69.
This is gonna be the episode where Aaron's gonna be posting puppet puss everywhere.
No, I'm not. Oh, hashtag puppet. I keep forgetting to put it in the No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the hashtags that are always in the description, and I'm just gonna put it there, and then it's just gonna be there from now on. I just keep forgetting to do it.
Hashtag puppet puss.
I
So
feel
when
like
posted
those
on Twitter-
TikToks and those Instagram posts are gonna get a ton of fucking hits. If
Yeah,
you
no,
use
it
that
does
as the
go
title
through.
for 'em.
Puppet puss.
Puppet puss.
Just puppet plus. Hashtag puppet plus.
I don't know what the fuck happened last weekend, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, listen, at least it wasn't like that one time Aaron fell down the stairs and never came back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We questioned if someone needed to go to his house and check out.
is he dead?
Yeah.
Is he fucking dead?
No, I came back and I didn't fall down the stairs.
Yeah, 20 minutes later, we got you again on the bottom of the
Listen,
stairs.
man.
Yeah. Like you just left and didn't say shit, and you didn't say where you were going or what you were doing. You maybe said oh, I gotta piss.
That's what
I
happened.
forgot
when
he
you
was in
drink
the
all
middle of a
damn-
podcast.
Yeah,
You're awesome.
He's the one controlling the stream, so it's not like we
no.
could end it.
we all just leave. That motherfucker, everybody's just still watching his chair.
yeah.
I bet people will watch it too. If they're watching, they're like, is he coming back? I gotta know. I gotta know if he's coming back.
So I saw something. Apparently, Snoop Dogg streamed for 48 hours by accident.
Yeah, because he went on a fucking rant and left and didn't realize he killed the stream.
Yeah.
Didn't kill the stream. What was the other movie called again? I got Team America World Police.
Happy Time Murders.
Oh, when were we gonna do the other one?
What was the other one?
Oh, wait a minute. Did it?
The other one was the Peter Jackson puppet movie.
Oh,
Is that the one
Which
you
is
said?
it's rated R
Wait
horror.
a minute. You're right, because we thought Happy Times, but then you brought that up, and we switched it to that because it sounds more fucked up.
I think it was Happy Time Murders, and we just forgot the name when you started.
The puppet one.
No, it was definitely Team America. Then we had Happy Timers, but then this movie got brought up, and we switched it to.
But we're definitely gonna do Happy Time Murders because that's the one with the puppet. Fucking.
I already
Sunshine.
tweeted out the picture.
Well,
Yes, yes,
okay.
yes.
Silly
With the
shit.
Let me find it. I'll find
So
it.
are we gonna do the two?
I said we do the Peter Jackson and Happy Time.
He's
Okay,
fine
so
right
skip
now.
Team America. Just wipe that one out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Hold on,
watch
let
it
me
at some point.
Okay.
I think Team America might be on the wheel anyway. I think it's on one of the wheels.
Oh, okay, that's good then. Okay, we'll just do the other two then.
Let me find it.
Nice. You know,
I got a
always
movie
wanted
to. I
watch
got a
that
movie
time.
to. I got a movie
Meet the
to add.
Feebles. Yeah, it's Meet the Feebles. I'll get the trailer for you.
I got a movie to add to the white wheel.
Oh,
Yeah.
you found one, huh?
Airheads.
Yes.
Okay.
That's another stoner fucking film.
Oh, you guys will be happy. Meet the
Well,
Feebles. It is
metal.
on. It is on YouTube
Thank
right
you.
now.
Awesome.
What, Happy Time Murders?
Meet the Feebles.
Okay.
The Peter Jackson one.
Oh. Ooh. Nice.
Oh my
He's going
god.
night-night. It's going to be me solo tonight for Iron Man.
Oh hell no, no.
You said,
I'm like,
ooh, that means you got T-minus 10
No.
minutes.
Ah.
I had like a little chill shock, like a little cold thingy up here.
It's cold in that attic.
It gets cold up here.
Hang on, guys. Get more choices with the largest selection of free 5G phones.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was really weird. It got kind of warm at first during the early part of the night. It turned out to be like 45 degrees or 43 degrees or something.
So it's supposed to be 60 tomorrow.
60 or
Really?
65.
Are we getting another snowstorm this week?
I fucking hope not.
really hope
Tomorrow's rain in 60.
Yeah, but this is the you know how it gets warm and then fucking it snows 4 days later.
It's March, so we got a foot of snow coming randomly at some
Fuck
day.
you. That
Y'all ready?
blasphemous bullshit talk you doing. Where did
I don't
James
want
go?
it.
Disappeared.
Where did James go?
I looked away to get this trailer, then I looked back and he was gone.
Oh, he probably needs a fucking link again, too. Shit. Did he message the group chat, guys?
No.
Nope.
He probably didn't realize he's.
Does his internet just cut out?
It could have.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
His wife got mad and unplugged his computer.
What the fuck are you talking about, puppet pussy? You fucking puppets again, you motherfucker! You nasty son of a bitch!
I tell you about
You fucking,
that shit.
you got puppet AIDS the last time you gave me fucking puppet herpes, you motherfucking piece of shit! I'm gonna beat your ass! Get the fuck out of here!
Take your rug burn dick out of here.
Yeah. That's how you fucked one of the puppies and then you got a hold of me. I was pulling stuffing out of me for weeks.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Shit looking like a burned mushroom.
Oh my goodness. We went there for no reason. Actually, I didn't even say anything
He
surprisingly.
can't even defend.
I know. I feel like this needs to be. Well, you know what? Nah.
What is that? Is that a fish?
It
We're
looks
gonna
like a
find
fish.
out. We gotta wait for James Wamesy.
Very weird.
I'm gonna tell this.
I mean, one of the top 3 things that I saw when I looked that up was Meet the Feebles
There you
-
go.
sodomy.
Fantastic.
Sodomy.
fantastic
Okay.
timing.
Okay.
James comes in on sodomy.
You really did.
What did I miss?
Huh? What did you
So what-
miss?
Butt sex.
Oh. No, I
We
had
talked
that
about how your wife was mad because you're fucking puppets.
Your
Oh,
rug
yeah,
burned
she was-
penis.
She was
No.
pulling stuffing out of her after you got
I'm
hold of her
sorry.
for like a week.
I'm sorry. It was her idea, and she sits in the corner and watches.
That's so white. Chris,
Baby, I want to
does
watch
this
you
happen in
fucking
your
puppet.
household? Did this happen in your household too, Chris?
I'd watch.
Not a
How's
puppet.
that conversation come up?
Not a puppet to be found.
How do you start on the yeah? I want to
That's
do
good.
As he
the.
looks up at Annabelle, like, yeah, baby, you're mine tonight.
Oh shit!
I use hand puppets.
Sock puppets.
Shadow puppets.
He put googly eyes on his fleshlight.
I try to make a rabbit on the wall, then I try to nut on it.
That jackrabbit, get it?
Pretending you're
there you go.
He's busy pretending he's fucking Spider-Man.
That's
Nutting in his hand, throwing it all over the
They're
place.
all-
God.
going like a fucking monkey. Just throw it against the wall.
You guys ready for the trailer?
How did we get so out of control? So
I don't know.
quickly
Just-
after?
We didn't even start the trailer yet.
I don't know. Yes. Oh my god.
So,
Oh fuck it, it's gonna be hilarious next week.
What year was this?
From the director of Lord of the Rings.
Holy shit.
horribly wrong. Have you got any smack?
so excited for this fucking movie. I'm already in tears.
Authorities tried to stop.
This is perfect. This is perfect.
Whoa. Yeah, it is.
The story that rocked the puppet world. For Christ's sake. Sex.
This is gonna be my new favorite movie.
Word.
Whoa! Well, that's Puppet Puss.
Animal husbandry.
You see puppet titties.
You bring it here. It's not mine. You know it's not.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, this was from 1989?
Nice.
Into the killing fields.
Cabbage Patch into
Are you
the
fucking
killing
kidding me? They went to Vietnam?
I'm excited for this shit, yo.
Maybe one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Yes. Holy shit.
It's contagious.
Oh my
Contagious.
Contagious? Did he just say contagious or contagious?
Contagious. I don't know what he said. I know I'm gonna be high when I watch this.
They are cuties, so they sound a little different.
Feeling shy. Are you playing?
You can't get up.
Romance. From the director of
James is
The Lord
dead.
of the Rings.
This is fucking great.
What the? I'm so
I can't
fucking.
believe this exists.
Oh shit.
I've never been
They
more
got
excited for a
S&M
movie in my
up in
life.
here, too?
What the fuck?
You're welcome. You're welcome, Aaron.
Wow.
This guy's a fucking genius.
Nothing.
What? Where was this all my life?
I never heard of it in my fucking
Is
life.
about to be released.
Have you ever noticed?
He reminds me of the fucking what the fuck is that? Remember that dinosaur show?
But yeah, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Every second that passes.
Shut up.
I can't believe that exists.
That is fucking amazing.
That's insane.
Oh my! What's the
I
other
don't
movie
give.
called?
I don't give a shit. The storyline is garbage.
Happy Time
I'm
Murders.
gonna enjoy this thing. I know it.
Who has not seen Happy Time Murders?
Aaron.
So the
James.
three of y'all. Okay.
Yep, I never seen it. I was going to, and I forgot about it.
I went to the theater for this shit.
Nice.
I feel like we
yeah.
have to,
Red Band.
Hell yeah.
we have to review Meet the Feebles second next week, just because that.
love
35 years of entertainment.
Hi, folks.
Treasure Island, but finally ready to reveal what goes down. The kids aren't around.
For 50 cents, I'll suck your dick.
Wow.
Well, it's a great price. It almost makes me wish I had a dick for you to suck.
Well, take that as a yes.
What the
One
fuck?
of the most decorated offices in this department. What do you see?
Looks like a rubber gone wrong to me.
This wasn't a robbery. This was a hit. Someone out there is killing puppets.
Hey, handsome.
You looking for some rotten cotton?
I'm a woman.
Rotten cotton.
That's okay. We got a good time for you.
We're gonna catch the bastards who did these murders. Because bodies are gonna start piling up.
You're one of the best damn cops I've ever seen.
I'll
have your badge for this. I'm in
the fucking FBI. Oh yeah, what's that stand for? Fucking big idiot?
Where is your dignity? Where's your empathy? Where is your sympathy?
What the? Oh.
Crazy, I'm not crazy as shit.
God, are you all right?
I ruptured my hymen.
Pure ecstasy.
I'm not doing this.
Through with it.
Sorry about your dead human friend, Phillips.
Good shit.
Well, fuck me. Is Phil there?
He's servicing a client.
Is that what it is? Here I go.
What the fuck? Wow.
This is gonna be fucking great.
Oh my, yo,
I've never been so excited to watch movies.
Me either.
69 is gonna be one to catch.
Holy shit. You do not, oh my gosh. I know we gotta wait a few seconds, but I'm gonna
Oh
keep this
my
conversation
god! I'm so
going.
glad I'm still
Yo,
recording this.
You do not want to miss episode 69 at Popcorn and Pints because it's going to be. The movies are probably gonna be the funniest shits we've watched.
I want to watch these movies tomorrow.
In one word, it's going to be contagious.
It's gonna be something. We'll have a legitimate reason to bring up Puppet Puss. Finally.
Wow, those are some of the best trailers I have seen
ever.
I agree.
In
I've
so long.
I said this when we were watching this, and I mean this, guys. I've never seen a more entertaining trailer in my life.
Both of them.
Both. There is.
I was excited. Yo, you gotta send me that clip, Chris.
God
You have to send me that clip, please. I was excited. So I'm gonna use that for one of my clips.
I have no fucking clue what kind of possible story could be going on in Meet the Feebles, and I don't care.
I don't care either.
I just want to see this movie.
I want to see them both.
It might be my new favorite movie. I'm telling you.
Like this might be too.
Meet the Feebles is like the most insane degenerate shit I've seen. Like they're like, what's the worst shit we can do with puppets? Let's do it.
Oh my god!
Everything. We're gonna do it.
I've never seen it in my life, and I am ecstatic. By the way, both these trailers are 10s for me.
I get 10s.
10s, yeah.
Fucking easily. And I hope both these movies are 10s. If they make me laugh as much as these trailers do,
I'm laughing through the whole fucking thing on both trailers, man.
Like tears. I was beating my fucking chest. I've never done that laughing before. I swear, I've never done that shit before. We're just laughing, beating my chest. And I don't know why. They were that fucking funny, though. They were fucking amazing. They were fucking amazing, yo.
Oh my god.
From the director of Lord of the Rings, this puppet fucking movie.
He's a fucking genius. He's a genius.
I can't believe that
now. I love him.
I can't believe that movie exists.
I'm so glad.
I am just mind boggled.
There's a lot of movies that he did that I can't believe exist. And the puppet.
I think I'm going to enjoy this so much. I think I'm going to watch it tomorrow. And usually I just want it done and I'll wait till Saturday.
You're going to watch it? He's going to watch it every day. Every day this coming week.
Double up.
I feel like that for both of these movies. I may watch them both twice. I might. I'm not saying I definitely. I may watch them both twice.
Oh my god!
Just to fucking.
That is straight up fucking ridiculous.
God.
Man.
No.
What's
she slammed against the fucking glass door.
The end of the Happy Time trailer was just fucking over the top. That was the best.
The red band trailer of it.
Holy shit!
Shot all over the room. Literally, just kept going.
It was like a fire hose.
He was done. He was like, and then starts
round two.
Damn. Great.
Wow. Let everybody else rate the trailers though. Before we,
I have no rating for either one of these.
Just NC-17.
I have nothing to say. I'm just gonna watch it.
Okay.
Oh, that good.
I'm giving it a 10.
10s.
10s.
Very excited.
Yes. 8.
Double 8.
Listen,
that shit killed me. It could be because I'm high. I don't know, but
double D's all around.
If you smoke or drink, if there's anything, if you do partake in any of those to kind of like relax and laugh at some shit. Do that before you watch these movies. I'm doing that before I watch these movies.
Watch these trailers. Just fucking watch the trailer.
Get high and watch the trailer. You'll be in fucking tears. Beating your chest like I was. And there's proof. Chris is going to send it.
Oh, yes, I am.
Glorious.
That's one of the best.
Gotta pull that shit up as a GIF. Something's real exciting on the podcast.
Someone's getting pregnant next week.
Whoa. Fucking the whole office.
Congratulations.
That should be like the new Sir Sturdy seal of approval. It's like the seal of that.
I'll make it happen. If Chris gets me that clip, I'll make it happen.
Oh,
put the seal over it.
Yeah.
When he sends it to me, I'll just have to clip you guys out and zoom in on it.
Oh god,
that's a dope idea.
Great.
Like, what the hell is this about? He was really excited about this movie.
Fucking,
Holy shit, that's a great fucking idea. I love that shit. But yeah, I can't wait to watch these movies.
Oh man,
I don't think any of us can. So we're gonna get going, so we have more time to try to watch these films. Adios, amigos. Peace, peace, peace. Thanks for popping by.
Puppet Puss.
Holy shit.